The S&P 500 daily cloud chart looking back to the start of the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and D wave is currently on D wave, up wave 5, and D wave, down wave 3. And D wave 3 and D wave 5 are the best waves to get on board with, so could go either way. 3 towards the downside, 5 towards the upside, and if it surpasses this high, 4607.07, then the D wave up wave 5 will print. And I will still be very skeptical of any more upside, as the D wave up wave 4 needs to get validated with a tick lower than the 4300 level. So I'm saying anywhere within the 4200 zone, and I would consider D wave up wave 4 validated and then get on board for D wave up wave 5. However, we might have to wait for D wave down wave 3 to print down here somewhere, and that somewhere is on a tick lower than this low at 4335.99. So that's conveniently right around the area that we're looking at, 4243.12 for the absolute, 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level projection for D wave up wave 4. I'll zoom into the current area now. And the zigzag pattern is staying on top of the wave, and in this case it is the D wave down wave 2 where it printed here. So that's poised for a swing point to the downside, just like we had the swing point to the upside down here. And price nailed the Bollinger Band upper band yesterday at 45.22. And here's the high yesterday on the 2-minute chart, 45.21.35. So I'm really liking where I have this Bollinger Band set at based on lows. And here's the mainstream setting for closes concerning price. You can see the difference. And price nailed the upper Stark band here, so it is really getting stretched. It's nailed it a couple of days in a row here, so it can keep pushing it upwards, but normally when it hits that upper Stark band, we can expect a pullback or sideways movement, and price did make it above the cloud, hence Lillian Boyer giving the V sign on top of the plane. And that will only be out there for today, and tomorrow she'll just be hanging around again. And the channel 3 high is right there, so it's really meeting some resistance here. Doesn't mean that price can't make it above that and keep moving and pushing the envelope like it did back here. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, but I expect some sideways movement or a pullback, and hopefully it can stay out of the cloud again. So if it can stay above the cloud, that would be a great thing for today. The top of the cloud is at 4511.78, and price in the pre-market hours for the S&P 500 at 6 a.m. Central Time on the 31st is 45.18, and price is above pretty much all of the moving averages. The closest one to the downside is this 35-day simple moving average, part of the rainbow pattern, and the 20 simple moving average is still slightly below the 50 simple moving average. The 20's at 4446.08 and the 50's at 4464. And the conversion line is racing back up to meet the Ichimoku baseline, which has been going flat for several days. So maybe it can meet that up there and exceed it. That would be another good sign of strength. And the QQE is on a nice upwards trajectory. It's now above the equilibrium 50. It's at 51.73 for the fast, 44.81 for the slow, and the crossover happened the other day. This is a good sign, along with price exceeding the cloud to catch some fresh air and reconnoiter the situation.